Hello there, my friend, and welcome to Disney Travel Secrets. We are your hosts, Rob Kerri Stuart, and we are here in the CMV studio in Disney's backyard, Orlando, Florida. This is episode number 452. I just love saying that word. Original air date, October 13th, 2025.
And this week's topic is something that just started this past week, and that is 13 new sauce chicken tender options all over at Disney World. Also, this week we have a viewer favorite back after a while, Rob's Rant.
And this time I take the gloves off and name a specific group because I'm just tired of people having no idea what they're talking about and affecting other people's vacations.
Yeah, and we talked about this, and I have no idea why people keep telling you that you're wrong when clearly you were not in this instance.
I know, I kind of do this for a living.
Take it away, Hugh.
Hello, my friends. This is former Disney Imagineer Hugh Darley, and you're listening to Disney Travel Secrets with my friends Rob and Kerri Stuart. As you can imagine, I have plenty of Disney secrets myself, and I can't wait to share them with you. Let's get this show on the road. Take it away, guys.
Another quick reminder, we do have spots for the Adventures by Disney with Hugh. I know I got a few more inquiries this week, so we're very excited. Head over to the website. Don't even need to tell you. You guys know what to do. Go in there. Vacation requests, say ABD with you. So this week we have a shout out to a couple of cast members over at Disney's Magic Kingdom. I just bought the new iPhone 17 Pro Max, and the reasons are mostly it's for the camera and the battery life. And I got to say, Apple gave each of us a really nice trade-in value for our existing phones, which were admittedly getting out of date.
They were, but even before they got delivered, we came up with the idea of doing a comparison at the top of the train station in Magic Kingdom, where we were going to shoot a picture of Cinderella Castle all the way down Main Street. And so we do want to give some shout outs and thank yous to Riker and Mark Chris. And we have a third cast member there, but we couldn't see. It was a female cast member. We took a picture with her. As you can see here, we apologize. We can't see your name tag, but you can also go to Instagram and see exactly how these cameras were so different because we took the old phone and your new one.
Which is kind of ironic because this part of the show was all about the cameras, but the way she was facing in our little group pic, it hit her name tag. Plus, I'm really good with faces and apparently really bad with names.
Yeah, so here's the comparison that we did.
So this is my iPhone 14 Pro Max versus the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and OMG. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
I was like, you really said that?
Okay, wow. There's a huge difference. So those of you watching us on YouTube, you can see that difference right here.
Yeah, and so with the 8x optical zoom, and then there's a 40x digital zoom, this is by far the best iPhone camera that I think we've ever had. I know it is.
It's hands down. So think about this. From the top of the train station, you guys all know where that is. I could zoom in. I could see the time on the clock on the face of Cinderella Castle.
I know. So good. So good.
On to even more fun. We are extremely grateful to Disney Cruise Line for inviting us to cruise November 10th on the inaugural cruise of the Disney Destiny. Be prepared for content overload, mostly on the Instagram-y thing.
Yeah. I mean, this is heroes and villains. I'm so excited about it.
We signed up for villains.
We did. We are going to be the villains, always be the villain. But we're really excited about the escape rooms that they have on board. This is new. And so one is DeVille's and the other is Sanctum. So when we were on board Star of the Seas, that's Royal Caribbean, and it seems that was like over a month ago.
It was, I know.
They had escape rooms as well, but they were always so full. And so we could not experience them. And you know, who doesn't want to do an escape room with a heroes and villains theme?
And I know on this particular cruise, again, it's travel agents and media. They're almost demanding we go to these escape rooms. So I'm in.
Yeah, I am too. I'm excited. It's going to be, I mean, this is the one where it is Wakanda is kind of the theming for the Grand Hall. So this is going to be very different than any princessy type theming.
Did you say princessy?
Yes. Well, they all have like a princess. This one's going to be very different. So I'm excited to share that with you. So make sure you're following us on Instagram so you don't miss out next month.
So on the back of this particular ship, it's Black Panther.
Yeah. And
I was kidding. Is he really?
No, Black Panther is the one that is the statue in the lobby.
Oh, who's hanging off the back of the ship?
I can't remember. I think it could be Captain Hook.
Okay, we'll find out.
I think so.
But we don't even know.
We'll have to check that one. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we've gotten excited about that.
We'd like to welcome a new restaurant partner to the CMV and Disney Travel Secrets family, and that is Giordano's. If you know and love Chicago pizza, there is no doubt that you know Giordano's.
And so it is famous for its sauce on top of the cheese and toppings. And that also keeps it warmer a lot longer than some of those regular deep dish pizzas. It's so good.
So they have two locations, one on Highway 192, which for those of you that know us, you'll never see us there because we kind of avoid that area. Again, it's not that you shouldn't be there. It's just we live here and that's a very busy tourist area. We very rarely venture into that part of town over in Kissimmee. But the other location is the one that we go to right off of Highway 535. Very close to Hotel Row over at Disney Springs.
Yeah, so on our last visit, we ordered a small deep dish pizza that we got at least probably 3 meals out of. It's a hefty pizza.
It is. I will tell you this. You don't know this, but I think there's still one pizza that before we went on our cruise.
You didn't.
I threw it in the freezer.
Oh, no.
I may eat
this
that.
This is no joke. He will eat I think we have several frozen leftover pizzas in our freezer.
Okay, part of that was Papa John's. That was totally not my fault. We had a bunch of them for our mastermind that we did back in August. There were so many leftover pizzas. I may have brought them home. We should get another freezer.
No, we just need to throw it away.
So in the very, very near future, we're going to be doing some gift cards for Giordano's for those of you that book a Disney vacation with a Creating Magic Vacations travel advisor. And for those of you without a car, don't worry, they deliver.
And although it's probably worth an Uber, I would say, to just go over there and dine in, I like my deep dish pizza fresh.
Okay, I do agree with that. And again, if you're staying at Hotel Row, actually, a lot of the Disney properties,
it's really close.
Very short Uber. So over there at Giordano's, we're also going to do a show with our friends and CMV travel agents Ryan and Stephanie with their podcast, One Slice at a Time.
So when we were traveling in Europe last year, both of them were on the same trip with us. That's Ryan and Stephanie. Mm-hmm. And it didn't matter what city we were in. Ryan always had to get a slice of pizza wherever we happened to be, like from every country. That's like his goal.
No, and then it was every city. It was like, it didn't matter where.
No, it was. But it was so fun though. So go and check them out. Their podcast is called One Slice at a Time.
Okay, we do have a little PSA announcement right now. If you are a chicken, this is probably a good time to go ahead and turn off this episode of Disney Travel Secrets.
Fast forward.
Because it's probably the worst time in Disney history to be a chicken. But now is the time to grab your chicken tender loving kids because they're going to love this. We also want to be very, very clear that no chickens were harmed in the making of this episode.
Well, not yet. Not yet. So we jumped on the chicky tendies, as I call them, bandwagon. What? That's true.
Okay, fine.
No, we jumped on that bandwagon probably on, I think, one of our first Disney Wish cruises a couple of years ago.
It probably was, yeah.
And there probably wasn't a day that went by that we didn't have at least one order of their now famous chicken tenders. I mean, there are T-shirts being made about these things.
All thanks to Rob Kerri and Disney Travel Secrets. I remember there was one time we didn't feel like even going to the regular dinner, and we just stayed in and ordered chicken tenders.
I know. They're so good. They're addictive.
So, and what we love is that one of our team members is also a Disney cast member, and they sell these 3-pound bags of the official chicky tendies for $11.99 at Cast Connections. Don't worry, you can't go there. So yes, this is a constant staple in our freezer.
I know. And in fact, I think that we are having them atop a salad as soon as we're done recording this.
Okay, that is true. We have some sitting downstairs in the kitchen, ready to go in the oven. And
now they're not the same though they are the same, but they're not like the same because we don't deep fry them.
We bake ours.
Yeah, but they're essentially the same. But this is crazy and a very recent breaking news story. So pay attention. They are having 13 different varieties of chicken tenders in 29 different locations at Walt Disney World. But don't worry, you don't have to write them down or even memorize them because we have our guide to Disney's Saucy chicken tenders across Disney World. Which
is actually the title of the show, which is kind of cool. So all of the locations opened on October 8th, so just a few days ago, except for Lata Wata Lounge. And that'll open in 2026. Which I have to admit, I had no idea where that was, so I had to look it up. And that is the main quick service restaurant over at Blizzard Beach, one of Disney's 2 water parks.
And it's closed right now.
It is.
All right, so we're going to break down the 13 different varieties and where you can find them. Again, this is the Disney World Sauced Chicken Strips checklist.
I don't even think that name existed 2 weeks ago.
I know. Saucy chicken tenders. I don't think so.
I think they just made it up for this. I totally get it.
I love it. But you know what? You need to know about this if you have a trip coming up, because these all are quick service and they are all over the place. And I thought it would be fun to maybe have a challenge to see who can do all 13.
Oh my gosh, we'll do a checklist.
Yeah, I have the checklist. We're definitely going to do the checklist.
Yes.
But we wanted to share this with you. This is a little bit of a quickie episode today because I am going on my girls' trip. And so we had to record early.
That means Rob's partying at the house.
No, he's getting work done.
He is getting work done, like he always does when you're gone.
And you're talking in third person.
Well, yeah, you're meaning me.
Okay, let's get on to these chicken tenders and see which one you're going to get excited about.
So we're going to start with the honey buffalo chicken strips with ranch. As the name says, combines honey, buffalo, and ranch flavors for a sweet and tangy experience. Again, we're reading Disney's descriptions. We're not making this up. This is not Rob and Kerri speak. Here is where you can get those, and that is the Backlot Express over at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
I think that one's going to be pretty popular.
I think all of them are going to be popular based on our show.
Okay, this next one is a sweet chili aioli chicken strips, sweet and spicy combo. So this is going to have that chili flavor with a hint of the sweetness in aioli form. This one sounds fantastic. It's going to be at a couple different locations. One is All-Star Movies. The other is the Landscape of Flavors at Art Animation over at Caribbean Beach, the Centertown Market. And then over at Caribbean Beach, they'll also have it in Spyglass Grill. So you got two different options there. And then the Artist Palette over at Saratoga Springs and Roaring Fork, which is Wilderness Lodge. And then they'll have it over at Typhoon Lagoon.
Okay, this is crazy.
And they did decide to add this over at Vero Beach. So this one is going to be at probably the most locations.
I think this is the one that Disney said, okay, this is going to be the most popular one. Let's put this one everywhere.
Yep. Okay, this next one's an interesting one.
It is the Waffle Cone Chicken Strips unique sweet and savory take on chicken and waffles locations. The Beach's Pool Bar and Grill over at Grand Floridian. And then Restaurantosaurus over at Animal Kingdom. That one's going to be interesting.
That one is.
I think that place is going to be gone soon.
I know. Super weird.
So you better get there quick.
Now, this next one, number 4, this is I think a kind of a classic, and that is the Buffalo Chicken Strips. So think classic buffalo chicken topped with ranch seasoning. So pretty basic. This one's only at one location, but it's inside Magic Kingdom at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe.
I love me some Cosmic Rays. This one, again, we will try all of these and make videos
Eventually.
of every single one of these. It'll probably take us between 2 and 6 months.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe not.
You can get a little chicken tendered
So
out after a while. Unless it's on a Disney cruise, then.
But again, they have all these different flavors. So number 5 on the list, the lemon pepper Parmesan chicken strips with rich garlic butter and Parmesan combined with, as in the name, lemon pepper. You'll find these at the Pinocchio Village House over at MK.
Yeah, so another one that's in the park. Okay, this next one is number 6, and I'm not quite sure how you say this because this is a Korean
I am
word.
so looking forward to watching you pronounce this, so go ahead.
Okay, gochujang. How'd I do? It's a tough one.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
These are Korean-inspired flavor. So this is going to have a sweet and spicy that gochujang. I'm not going to say that right, but
who cares?
That's okay.
It just sounds good.
Yeah, so good luck ordering these. This one, though, is going to be at a couple of places at resorts. One is Captain Cook's, which is at Polynesian Village Resort. And the other one will be the Everything Pop, which is the food court over at Pop Century. This one I actually think sounds kind of good because I'm thinking like Korean street food.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like hawkers.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go stand there and just literally video people trying to say the name.
We should go interview people and say, how would you say this name?
And then watch the cast members correct them.
Yes.
Okay. Next up is the jerk barbecue chicken strips with pineapple salsa island inspired with barbecue and jerk flavors, topped with sweet pineapple salsa.
Interesting.
I do like this one. This is going to be at the End Zone Food Court over at All Star Sports. Also, one of our favorites at Sasagula Floatworks and Food Factory, which is Port Orleans French Quarter. And if they're having it they're going to have it at Riverside as well. But also the Gasparilla Island Grill at Grand Floridian and the Mara at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
So that's another one I think that they're anticipating is going to be super, super popular.
Yes.
Okay, this next one, It seems kind of similar-ish to another one.
Because of one word in it.
Because of one word.
Yes,
but this just doesn't have the word sweet. So this is the spicy aioli chicken strips. Think classic chicken strips with just an elevated topping of that spicy aioli. This one is only going to be in Hollywood Studios over at Rosie's All-American Cafe.
So next up on this very, very long and extensive, somewhat tiring list, number 9, the roasted jalapeno cheddar chicken strips. So jalapeno and cheddar cheese flavors on crispy chicken strips. So this is going to be at Goods Food to Go at Old Key West, over at Trails End Restaurant at Fort Wilderness.
Which to me makes me think that Disney does not think that one is going to be super popular.
Because they're putting it in a place most people can't go to.
Yeah, most people aren't going to go to either of those. So kind of, I don't know. I still want to try that one out, though.
We have to now. We've kind of made a commitment.
I like jalapeno, so I think that'll be good.
I'll just bring jalapenos into the park.
Okay.
You can put them on anything you want.
Okay, on to number 10, and that is the spicy ranch chicken strips. So think savory ranch with a spicy kick. Not too crazy. This one is only going to be at Contemporary Cafe at, I think it's the Contempo Cafe.
Yeah,
that's at Contemporary Resort.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, number 11.
Number 11 on this very long list is the citrus glazed chicken strips, refreshing citrus glaze on savory chicken strips for an elevated experience. Clearly, Disney's words, not mine. So this is going to be, the location is Primo Piatto over at Riviera Resort.
Which to me says this one they know is going to be popular.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, number 12, Buffalo Ranch chicken strips. This is your traditional tangy buffalo combined with creamy ranch. This one is going to be over at Blizzard Beach, but that's not going to be until 2026. But you can go to Hurricane Hannah's and get it at the Yacht and Beach Club. This is the little bar that is outside by the pool.
Outside the pool, yeah.
But you can still access it without having to get into the pool. And then they'll also have it at All Star Music at that food court up there.
So if you want to try this at Hurricane Hannah's, just go out the backside of Epcot and just walk straight over.
Yeah, that's a great way to do that. Makes it easy. Okay, and drum roll for the last one, number 13.
And number 3 on the list that uses the word aioli. Seaside chicken strips seasoned with aioli, crushed pretzels, and a crispy garlic for a waterside vibe. This is going to be at Columbia Harbor House over at Magic Kingdom.
I think that's going to be a popular one as well.
Crushed pretzels as part of it?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Count me out. I wonder if they do the breading.
I think the breading's going to have it.
With regular breading or not?
I don't know.
Well, that's why we have to try it.
That's why we have to try it.
That's why we have to go.
See, there's so many different varieties. I love this.
We should do like a little lanyard where you
that would be hilarious. Kind of like
tenders.
Instead of drinking around the world, it's getting your saucy chicken tendies around the world.
Yes.
Disney World.
Sponsored by Chick-fil-A. So as for pricing on these, we really don't know because we are recording this prior to the release date of said saucy chicken tendies. But we're thinking there'll be more than just the regular ones, but they look to be 3 pieces from the pictures we've seen. All of them will be, as far as we know, served with fries.
Yeah, so I think they're going to come in around maybe $15.99. I hope they don't go over that price because once you get to like $16.99, I feel like you've crossed the line there. But I am really excited to try some of these. And I think the one, actually I have 2 that I'm most looking forward to, and that is the sweet chili and citrus glazed. And then the one with the little pineapple mango, whatever that was.
Mango
the little,
chutney that we didn't even talk about. I have no idea.
It wasn't. It was like the fruit thing. It's the one that's going to be over at Polynesian.
I want to try the one that has the crushed pretzels.
Okay.
Because
that's not what I would have picked for you.
I want to see if they do that as the breading or it's the breading and you add the crushed pretzels. It doesn't matter. We're going to try them all.
Yeah. And just for you, our listener, we have put together that free reference sheet that you can download and then check all of them off that you try and report back for us.
I really think we're going to do like a lanyard with a card where you check them all off.
That would be hilarious.
I see that in our future. So the link is in the show description. Enjoy. And also, if you do try them, tag us in social media on whatever if you're on that Snap thingy or MySpace, and let us know what you like or don't like.
So, are you ready? Because it's time for
Rob's Rant. And yes, for the first time, I'm actually calling out a group because this group just became toxic. Not that that's a really big surprise. And that is the Disney Cruise Line Concierge Tips and Tricks. Although there are several out there like this, so don't go target one of them. So don't think I'm talking about your group because it might not be the one.
I know, but you're being very specific.
I am. The latest controversial post on this particular group was about the need to have wristbands for either the cabanas over at Castaway Key or over at Lookout Key. My comment was, and I'm going to quote, "You do not need a wristband for every guest." And then some girl named Danielle in that group said, "Every guest does need a wristband. CMs are casually checking for wristbands as guests come and go. There's a maximum number, blah, blah, blah. Only authorized guests can use these cabana amenities. It's entirely true," end quote. I basically said, I was there 2 weeks ago and that is not the case. And she came back with, "Kay, you're wrong, but I'm moving on. Have a magical evening." And I said, and I'm literally quoting, so if you find this quote somewhere, I'm literally reading it verbatim. I said, "No, you're wrong. This is stupid. I sell millions of dollars of Disney vacations. I was just at Castaway Cay 2 weeks ago, also in concierge." And I did say, "Okay, tell me your Disney expertise." At that point, I was trying to be a little snarky because I wasn't commenting on what she said. She was just coming back at me. She said, "I'm not a toddler comparing our experience. Let's just say it's extensive. They might not have physically grabbed your wrist," I don't know what that means, "but trust me, they were checking. If they weren't, it was just a one-off, not usual or typical. I'm done." My exact words were, "You should be done because someone on this thread might believe your ignorance." And then Kate had to chime in. "You'll need a wristband for everyone in order for them to use the cabana, so you need to have your list of who you want ahead of time." I replied, "That is not true." Again, I wasn't attacking her. I just said, "That is not true." She came back with, "What isn't true?" I said, "Every guest does not need a wristband." And she said, "Then why would they hand out wristbands at all?" My answer, based on experience, was they need to at least know who the lead guests or the lead two guests are. That's how you get to the cabana. So the whole point of this little thing going back and forth within this group is that some people are going to believe your information and they're going to freak out if they don't have wristbands. They're going to waste time talking to the concierge or whoever they're getting the information from on the ship. And of course, I was the one that got kicked out of that group. And this was the last straw in a string of posts just like this on this exact group, where people talking about concierge do not know what they're talking about. So again, this goes back to what we told you for years. Do not use Facebook as a resource for anything that is important to you on any of your Disney trips. Talk to a travel agent that is part of an agency that is an authorized Disney vacation planner, otherwise known internally to us as Earmarked. And you can always tell that because it'll say on the agency's website, authorized Disney vacation planner, and they will also have their level of earmark. So that is the end of the rant.
Well, and I have to add my 2 cents.
Okay.
Because I agree. And I see posts all the time that I know are 100% wrong. And it just seems like people, they just want to be right or be first. They don't care about the information. They just want to be the first person. They don't care if it's totally right because they feel like they're contributing to a topic. But I will add, though, that Disney does have a set number of guests that are included when you do get a cabana, and they will ask you how many wristbands you want. So if you have a friend and you're saying, "Hey, stop by and say hi," and you aren't abusing it, it's going to be a non-issue. If you're going to invite like 30 friends and they're all going to come in and take all the food and the drinks and have a ruckus, that is going to be a problem.
Well, we did have several of our friends stop by, just say hi, grab a drink that they pay for. So it's not like we have all these drinks in there and Disney's like, "Wait a minute, we have a certain amount allotted for this group." Because when our friends came up without wristbands, whether it was, we had a couple of our friends.
We had like 2.
We had 2 specifically that went to the check-in for Serenity Bay, gave them our names. They put them on a golf cart and drove them down. So my challenge with this and why this kind of irks me into an actual Rob's rant is these people think, "Well, I've been there. I know how this works." I'm like, "Well, I sell the product for a living and you're wrong." And they just want to start a fight that gets me kicked out of a group that I really don't even care about.
Okay, but I will say that if you do see the cabanas and there is a shower that is assigned to the cabanas.
Okay, that was weird.
Do not go up and use the outdoor shower. We were in the water. We looked over and we were like, "Is that our friend?" And we're like, "No." Yeah, some random dude did that. That was weird. You cannot do that. Exactly. He was not an invited guest.
But kudos to the Disney cast. I said, this guy just came up and took a shower in our cabana, and they're like,
"That was weird.
Let's go have a talk with him."
Yeah.
Anyway, talk to someone who knows the product, whether it's DCL, the parks, or ABD. Do not trust anything on Facebook because most of these people, they are just armchair warriors. I'll say it like that. And I cannot tell you the number of people that start fights with me. I'm like, well, what do you do for a living? Well, that's not important. It actually is important. If you're arguing with me as someone who does Disney literally for a living, then yeah, just tell me. And that's why, again, the snarky part of me was like, great, tell me your Disney expertise. Well, I'm not a toddler, but I can tell you it's extensive. Thank you for not answering the question.
Okay, end of rant. End of rant.
No, that was the rant trailer. No, the rant.
Okay, the post
rant extension.
Rant, yes.
So don't forget, we have the special Adventures by Disney trip next September with former Imagineer Hugh Darley.
And we would love to have you join us, or if we can help you plan your next vacation, head on over to Creating Magic Vacations, click on that Plan a Vacation, and we really hope you enjoyed this week's Chicken Tendy episode. And the return of Rob's rant.
And I will say there's going to be some more Rob's rants because I'm just tired of people that are like, I'm trying to be nice. This is not how it works. You don't know what you're talking about. Clearly I do.
For every person who complains about your Rob's rant, we probably get about 5 to 10 that love them and miss them.
So we also do want to apologize to any chickens that may be harmed in the near future because of this show. Until next time, have a magical day.
We hope to see you real soon and eat more chicken.
You really said that.